My burger experiment is not quite working. Well, it is working, just not as neat as I imagined, but that's fine. Who cares about that? Um, However, I'm disappointed in how I overcooked the vegetable parcel thing slightly, but I'm sure it would be nice inside. And here's the melted cheese slices on a burger bun, and I also fried an egg. I'm not sure if you can see, just about to see there's some yolk running. So, inside the two burger buns, so obviously we have 2 to 3 cheese slices melted over each burger bun. Then we have a vegetable samosa, a fried egg, a cinnamon on top of the samosa, some soft cheese on top, and also some Spanish forest honey. So that's going to be really tasty. But first, I want to dig into this Aldi creation, which I may have cooked wrongly. No, I mean it's very red. I know it said red cabbage, but it's very red. Okay, something going on there. Accidentally got a bit of soft cheese on it. But yeah. So obviously see, I may have overcooked it. I think halogen ovens cook quicker. I was not following the instructions precisely. But I've never really been much of a fan of any type of cabbage really, but it's tolerable, I suppose, in moderation. But this red cabbage seems to be quite nice. Seems to be the majority of the filling. Not sure where the packaging has gone. Oh, there it is. The little sleeve thing. So okay, are we okay? Yeah, that's the bottom layer. Hence why we are exposed to that first, or we have exposed that. And then we've got a middle layer and then the greenery. So there's supposed to be a cranberry and something reference. Braised red cabbage with a rich cranberry. Duxelle. There's that is probably the nicest cabbage I've ever had. There's a nice saltness to it, but I will say I believe I can taste a bit of vinegar, which is always off-putting for me. But so far, it's not much more than a sort of idle distraction. But so salty, maybe a bit of vinegar. I know that they did say braised, so of course, but still, it's not overpowering so far, and it's cooked well. Even with me butchering the instructions, they've made sure everything inside was tender. It just needed to be defrosted. Okay, I have to show you this. This is interesting. Oh yeah, this to be honest, for once it looks better than the photo. Normally it's the other way around, isn't it? But look at it. This is where it gets interesting. So obviously some softer pastry inside, but so there's a red cabbage bottom. So I'm holding it upside down. Then we have the yellow stuff, whatever that is, some green stuff, and then some mushy stuff at the top. Don't know what that is. So let's dig in. So we've tried the cabbage. That's okay. I've not had many things braised before, but let's see. Trying to get into the other layers. Oh, hang on. That's how we do it. I don't know what this. So here's the middle layer. Well, kind of. What am I eating? Oh, and butternut squash. Of course, they made mention of butternut squash. Yeah, that's butternut squash, and yeah, it's pretty tender. It's a really different thing to eat. I'm really glad I purchased this. And you know, on a very cold day like today, I'm only wearing my short sleeve t-shirt because I had to take my hoodie off so the sleeves did not get red. Otherwise, I'd be wrapped up warm. It's very cold today. So then, what's this we're looking at? Oh, this would be spinach and broccoli. Okay. A bit of saltiness. That's not too bad, you know. It's not too bad. Again, spinach and broccoli are not normally my favourite vegetables, but they cook quite well here, I have to say. It's always nice trying different ways of cooking things, and obviously it's fun making things from scratch, but it obviously consumes much more energy and time. It's nice to try, see what the supermarkets have. But then we have the mysterious top layer. My goodness, what is that? It's very salty, but in a good way. What is this stuff? That. Is that it must be the cranberry. Yeah, I can taste it now. Yeah, it's a very strange texture. Texture is very, very strange. And again, bear in mind, apparently I overcooked rather than undercooked, so things are drier than they should be. But I can tell they cook things well in the factory. I can tell this is well made for sure. I'm sure it cost me quite a bit, but it is nice. This is a nice treat. Yeah, crab seed. It is not just me who mixes sweet and savoury together. Crab, that's nice. Okay, let's go back to the cabbage, somewhat solidified cabbage. Make no mistake, when you look at it and when you taste it, obviously you are fully aware that it is mass-produced. It's all compact, all ground together. It's obviously quite artificial, but for artificial food, there is a nice bit of taste. Yeah, it's mostly salt bringing the flavour, I suppose, but that cranberry at the top, that cranberry deluxe, whatever they call it, that's really interesting. The texture, it's like it dries your mouth out, but not in a terrible. It's just not in a terrible way, but it just has a really strange texture. You get a bit of saltiness, but that cranberry really, the way it lingers on your tongue, that's really nice. It's not overpowering. There should be more in my view, but that's nice. Ideally, there would be cranberry top and bottom, so as to help make things slightly less dry. Even though I said the mixture, cranberry mixture itself is a bit drier, but just to mix things up a bit. That's interesting. This is a really interesting. I'm really excited now about the no beef Wellington version, but this is good. Again, I'm mostly tasting salt, but for once that's a good thing. It's like high quality salt. I know that sounds like a very poor advertisement, but there's just a nice tingling. You just taste some. It's subtle. It's because you have quite earthy ingredients. It's nice if not messed about with it too much, other than with the cranberry, which again really adds flavour. The cranberry really definitely takes it to the next level for sure. Now, before my burger gets cold, one of the buns is stuck to the plate. Before my my invention, my cheesy fried burger, as I call it, gets any colder. So we've got burger buns covered in cheese slices, soft cheese, vegetable samosas, cinnamon. I think you may be able to see the cinnamon. I'm afraid to bring it closer in case I get food on my keyboard, as I always do. I really need to buy some sort of cover. Why have I not done that by now? Come on, Barry. A fried egg, Spanish forest honey. Have I missed anything? Okay, this is going to be good. Very different meal to the rainbow vegetable parcel, but this will be good too. I can feel the fried egg is already cold. The welcoming smell of cinnamon greeted me as I brought the burger closer. Yeah, Barry, you have done it again. And of course you have some peas and stuff inside the vegetable samosa, so there are quite a few ingredients. So obviously the vegetable samosa and all it contains. The cheese slices, 2 types of cheese because there's soft cheese as well. Cinnamon, Spanish forest honey, which adds a nice aroma to the buns. And fried egg with a nice runny yolk. Apart from the slightly blackened pastry, this is all really nice. Cabbage is nice, yeah, it's ground together, it's very artificial, but it is nice. But yeah, the broccoli and spinach medley is quite nice, and the butternut squash is nice as well. But the cranberry, that really definitely takes it to the next level. And I also very much like my burger creation. What do you think of it? Nice and messy, that's how food should be. I also have my last onion bhaji, which I will use to soak up the egg yolk, and a nice large beetroot. So I'm going to continue tucking in and eat my last salted caramel pancake. I hope you have something very nice to eat, and I hope you feel very full after eating.